Hello everybody, I have a brand new project for you featuring products from A Cherry on Top. Today is Thursday, and on Thursdays, the girls at A Cherry on Top release the newest Page Maps sketch for the week. There is this week's sketch challenge, and I'm going to go ahead and work with that sketch for my project. I have two photos here of my beautiful niece Ella playing in the snow. These are actually photos from last year, and I have Simple Stories Winter Wonder collection. I'm going to use that beautiful corally paper for my background. This was one of the couple of sheets of 12 by 12 papers that I ordered from this collection, and I just ordered the ones that I wanted to use as backgrounds. I'm gonna flip through my 6x8 paper pad and choose a couple of patterns that I want to use. The sketch for this week features lots of fun layers behind the photos, and so I want to pull in as many of these beautiful patterns from this collection as I can. I'm going for a mix of dark patterns and light patterns, and that way I can mix and match them on my page. So I'm going to start with this dark snowflake pattern. I print my photos at home, and I print them with a white border. So I actually just changed the aspect ratio on my printer, and that will allow it to get the whole photo from my phone onto a 4x6 canvas without blowing it up too much or losing some of the photograph. But it does give me these kind of like strange white borders, so it's not an even white border. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut those off. I took that one sheet of 6x8 paper and just cut it in half, and then I can go ahead and trim up my mat on my photo so I have a nice even background on my photo. And I love this darker navy blue pattern so that my photos can stand out against my background. One of the ways I'm going to switch my layout and make it my own as compared to the sketch is with the photo. So the sketch calls for one 4x6 photo and then two horizontal 3x4 photos, and I am just going to use these two photos. They are a little smaller than 4x6, but not by much. I am just putting a little bit of tape on the back of the photos. I'm not adhering them down nice and tight and strong because I'm going to be tucking some other patterns behind my photos. So here are the three other patterns that I chose. I'm going to start with this polka dot one, and I'm going to go ahead and just cut it not quite in half. I think I went with 2.5 inches for the top and then some for the bottom. And at this point I realized that if I'm going to kind of Frankenstein this together to make it look like a larger piece of paper than what it really is, then I need my photos to be right up against each other, which totally fine. And so this is kind of my idea for where this first pattern is going to go. All of my pattern papers today will get some hickory smoke distress oxide around the edges for some separation because we do have a lot of different patterns going on. I'm also trying to alternate the dark patterns and the light patterns to make sure that you can see all of the different patterns and they don't get lost around each other. I love this plaid paper. It's one of my favorite patterns in the whole paper pad. I'm just going to fishtail the banner, and then I just need a little bit of this. So I'm just going to give myself, I'm going to try to make a little, I don't know, indentation, I guess, with my fingernail. And then I'm going to cut a little past that indentation because that will allow me to then tuck that fishtail piece right there on the side of my photos. Next, I'm going to go ahead and Frankenstein this diagonal piece of paper. So I'm cutting two strips. They are each 1/2 inch. What I'm going to do, I'm going to show you here. I'm going to take these two 1/2 inch strips. I'm going to line the patterns up so that this is going to look like one long strip of paper. instead of what it actually is, which is 2 strips of paper. So it's going to look like that when we're all finished. It's going to match up seamlessly. The pattern will match up seamlessly, and I have just enough of that dark color to contrast and look awesome. I really like this mix of patterns, so now it's time to go ahead and commit to these different patterns and place them down on my layout. When I had flipped through this 6x8 paper pad earlier, there was a cut apart sheet that had a bunny. There's that bunny. I love that bunny. And while that bunny is repeated in the sticker book from this collection, not in that size, not as big as that, and I wanted a big bunny, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna cut the card out, and then I'm gonna fussy cut that bunny, and he is going to find a home on this layout. We're gonna add some cute little florals behind him so he pops out a little bit. Now, when it comes to the sketch, from this moment on, I'm doing whatever I want. So I did not follow the sketch exactly. In addition to swapping out the photos, I'm also just going to put the clusters where I want them. I'm going to put the title where I want them, journaling where I want them, all of that. And quite often when I am working with a page map sketch, that's what I do. I love how Becky Moore, who designs the page maps, I adore how she puts her paper layers and her backgrounds. I just think she's really, really good at that. And when I'm working with one of her sketches, I tend to follow those background layers almost exactly because she's really, really good at that. Whereas when it comes to the clusters and the title and the journaling, I don't mind going off on my own little place and creating the way that I create and the way that I want to do it. So I'm starting with this floral. This is the floral ephemera pack. I went ahead and I chose a couple of larger floral pieces, and they are going to kind of become the bases for my clusters. I also chose a couple of ephemera pieces to tuck in behind the bunny so that he doesn't get lost in that polka dot paper, but he kind of comes off of it a little bit. And there is some separation there. I'm grabbing this Snow Happy sticker from the sticker book, and that's going to act as my title. This Simple Stories sticker books are one of my favorite newest discoveries. I bought a little, like a bundle of them from a Cherry on Top on their Black Friday sale, and I am obsessed with these sticker books. There are no clear stickers. There is so much variety within this one sticker book. So you have like all the tabs and labels, journaling spots, icons, florals, alphabets. Like, they are awesome. They're really, I can just see them becoming a fabulous workhorse in my creative processes for 2024. I am going through now and choosing some stickers from my sticker book. In addition to the title, I'm going to choose another couple of pieces. And I'm looking at size right now. So I have these large floral ephemera pieces as the bases for my clusters. Now I'm going to layer on top of that some medium and smaller sized stickers. I also went through that ephemera piece and I grabbed there were these really tiny black like snowflakes, and since I do have these pops of black throughout my patterns I chose, I'm going to add a little bit more to that. There's also tons of phrase stickers in this sticker book, so I'm going to add a couple of phrase stickers across the top. Having this sticker book made this layout, like embellishments, so easy because everything was right there and it was all lovely, not clear stickers. Super happy with how these embellishment clusters came out. So I'm just going to go through and continue going through the sticker book and then adding these cute little ephemera pieces to my 3 areas of embellishment. Instead of a big journaling block, I'm just going to add this little tab to put the date of these photos on my page. I don't think it needs any more explanation really than what the date and year that these photos were taken. Because this layout is so paper heavy, and I also love a little sparkle on my winter pages and projects, I'm going to grab some crystal stickles. The crystal stickles are my favorite stickle color. They are just pure sparkle. So they don't provide any color. They're not going to, mess with the colors that are underneath. They're not an iridescent or a prismatic where you have like that rainbow kind of coming into the sparkle. It's just gorgeous sparkle. So I'm taking my crystal stickles and I'm covering certain areas of the stickers and certain areas of the die cuts with this beautiful, beautiful sparkle. And then when it dries, it will, the color will still kind of shine through the sparkle, which is why I think I love crystal stickles above all other stickles. So I'm literally drawing with the stickles over the top of the dark colored snowflakes and some of the other elements in my clusters. And that is the last little detail on my layout for today. Be sure to head down to the description box. You will find links to all the products I used, as well as a link to the Cherry blog, where you can grab a copy of this sketch and come play along. I can't wait to see what everyone creates. Talk to you soon. Bye.